Hey y'all, Instinct Survivalist coming to you with another 2-Tip Tuesday. This time we'll be talking about carrying systems, more specifically shemaghs. Everything that we carry in a haversack, which I love mine. Thank you, Reliance Leatherworks. Nice job. More specifically, I believe Tim Foxtrot made this. So Tim, thank you, buddy. I love it, enjoy it very thoroughly. But everything that we can carry in this, I can carry in a shemagh. Now, the question comes down to is what method do I carry it? The two ways that we're going to look at today are really focused on classical carrying methods, and some of them, actually both of them, are pretty much still used today. One of them that you're used to is the old hobo style. So you know, I unfold it all and I want to show you how we're doing this. So the old hobo style is to take and open it up in the middle, make sure I have my edges on there, and I'm just going to literally fold this up and put it in here rather than emptying it out. What's in here is my notebook, a knife, my headlamp, a first aid kit. That's it, plus the bag itself. So it kind of gives me another way to carry it in case I don't want to carry it across the shoulder. But this is very familiar because it's the hobo style. Anybody that's ever watched an old movie, especially when they talk about train jumpers and train riders and things like that, have learned about hobo style. So it's real simple, right? We bring up the corners, the opposing corners, by the way, and we bring them down, right? First one doesn't have to be tight, it's just there. The second one is the more crucial one. Now, if you want double, if you got a heavy load, then you tighten that one up as well. But what you do is you bring the second one and you make a knot. You do a overhand knot, if you will, because what you're looking at is that's where all your pressure is going to be. So just like double bagging, I can go in, and what I'm trying to do is I will push a stick all the way through this. There comes the tough part, is figuring out where the hole is. There we go. So I can push a stick all the way through and carry it in that fashion, right? So I can carry it. You've seen the hobos with the long stick. They use the stick for maneuvering trails and things of that nature, and then they use it to carry their pack, so it offloads some of that weight, right? It's one of those things. Now, the benefit of this is, again, I have my cover, I have my cotton, I have my fill in the blank with my shemagh. So that becomes very, very helpful. I carry my entire 5 C's there. I can carry all 10 C's, so not a problem there. Let's push this one away. I want to show you another method. And this is more what's considered in the primitive camp a way to carry. Okay, now it's not the only way. Another way is actually do it over the shoulder, and I'll show you that as well, kind of the extra tip, if you will. But what we've done is I've actually just taken and put everything in my shemagh here and put it in a knot across the belt. You can see my knife is on the outside, so it's still quick and easy to get to, which was not the case with the other. And the other becomes kind of a glorified fanny pack, if you will. Now, what is in it? How did I use it? I've been walking around with this for a while, so that knot's a little bit tight. So you can turn that around. All right, so as you heard the clink, I actually have my container in this one. And what I did, let's pull this away. Yeah, for those of you that want to see it again, it's my Frontier knife. I love this thing. But inside, I have my container. I have a ferro rod. I have cordage, and I have a fire making kit, hand drill fire making kit, if I wanted to use that. Now, how do we actually utilize the shemagh to do what I just did? Now, again, based off of where I put it, I could put it over my shoulder, or I could put it around my waist, which is what I saw. We're going to do basically the same thing. Now, for those of you that do this all the time, you may fold it differently, and that's fine. Not a problem as long as it works, and that's what it boils down to. Now, so what I do is I take my stuff, I put it in the middle, and when I say the middle, I have unfolded this thing and found the middle, okay? Then what I do is I actually take and wrap it in there from one side, so I've got a corner folding over and in. Then I take the other corner and literally wrap it. Bees. It's springtime, folks. And I'm thankful for that bird singing, because he's drowning out the, or she's drowning out the saw that's happening several doors down. So what I do is I just kind of bring it that way, and then I can either tuck it or do, but what I want to make sure of is this flap goes against my back, okay, or on top or what have you. Now, there's a couple of other ways to do this. If you got a blanket pin or something of that nature, something that maybe is a bone awl as an example, I can pierce it through and then pin it off. So pinning it off is the big thing. The other part is, how are we carrying this? So this will wrap around my waist, okay? And you saw it was just an overhand knot, right? Real simple knots galore, if you will. And so I can do it that way. Now, that will be around my waist and look like that. The other side is, yep, I can do it just like a haversack, and I can carry it this way, or I can put it over my head, or fill in the blank based off of how I want to carry it, what's more comfortable. And then there's multiple other things that we can do with the shemagh itself as well. We'll get into those in another video probably soon. That's the way I'll leave that. But some of the different characteristics, right? This is a solid shemagh. This is a solid shemagh. This one was gifted to me. Actually, I won it, but from Ian Talbert, the Warrior Tribe. That was gifted to me in that. And then this is a sniper veil. So that's what this one's called. If you're looking for it, I'll put the link down below to purchase one if you like it. But it's got holes all in it. I'm a fan of this one. I'm going to be real honest with you, and whether you like it or not, I saw Dave Canterbury with one of these and how he was utilizing it, and I went, that's exactly what I need. So this one becomes more of a multi-purpose than these do. Now, I've got several of these. Those are great, but this one has become kind of my make sure it's in my bag every single time. So this one and the green one is always in my bag in my kit. So hey guys, that's it. That's all there is to it. It's real simple, very simplistic, and how we're going to carry stuff around with us, whether it's primitively, whether it is hobo style, whether it is modern day modification, if you will, because you saw the ferro rod inside the kit. There's a lot of flexibility and a lot of functionality in doing this. And again, it assures, number one, that you have your cotton. You have the ability to have that. You can use that as a cover. I can use it as something I wrap around my shoulders, which cold days, that's exactly what I do. It gets a little hot on my neck, especially with the neck curtain here. But we want to make sure that we have that flexibility, right? Everything becomes multi-use, multi-purpose, if you will. That's all. That's all there is to it. Hey, I just want to show this off real quick. Look at that. Nice neck knife. Henson Forge and Leather, just by the way. Went and visited those guys. It's got a clip on the back as well, so I can use it as a clip, or I can use it as a neck knife, or whatever. And they put the stamp in the hat as well. So great guys up there, Jimbo and Clayton. They did a fantastic job. Look for the review of their knife coming, as well as the visit that we did. But until then, guys, this is it. This is what we're talking about today. Let me know your thoughts, let me know your tips. If you've got another way to do this, let me know and we'll feature it. We'll put it on here. That's a great way to do that. So until then, you use your instincts to survive. Thanks for watching.